Okay, so this is one of my favorite plays, and that I was kind of pouring through, and I love Bryan Costabile. So you're going to see why I'm a huge fan of Costabile number one. But this video, we're going to talk about setting picks out top and running off of picks out top. In this case, we've got Costabile, ball carrier up here. We've got a mid-ear and attackman here. So you're going to see Costabile do a good job of driving down and then kind of sweeping off the pick. You're going to more importantly see the guy setting the pick do a good job of getting set, but getting in a good position where he's pretty much just going to come up to Costabile's defender and then just stand off of his shoulder. So we'll kind of watch it through the first time all the way, and then I'll rewind back to here and we can see it again. A little risky, but you see it doesn't get really any prettier than that. So again, you almost see the important thing with the pick is you have to have your feet set. So it was a little risky of this guy to kind of run up the way he did, but he did get set long before they made content. So what I always told guys was, let's say the pick was right here and this player was already right here. I would have told Costabile, don't require the man setting the pick to move into place. I would have told him to dodge into here and then come off of the pick. In this case, it's kind of a mix of both. You're going to see the guy setting the pick. We'll kind of watch it. Costabile starting his dodge, and you're seeing the guy setting the pick doing a good job setting up and then getting set. Now, that is very close. Had he moved even a little bit more, that ends up being a moving pick, which is something that you obviously don't want. But in this case, that didn't happen. He did get set. He is leaning a little bit. That's why I like to see the man setting the pick get set first, and then like this guy to just do a better job of running off of it. But in this case, the guy that kind of saved the day was the guy setting the pick for Costabile. So now we're going to see his defender run into the pick. Now, what should have happened defensively here? This defender screwed the pooch. This guy probably could have seen that coming, but this guy should have probably what they call hedged the pick a little bit. He should have probably popped out and forced Costabile to take a wider berth upfield, because if this defender kind of jumped out, Costabile can't go downhill. What we're going to see, because that defender didn't jump out, is we're going to see Costabile now go downhill from there because the help didn't come. We get the pick, takes out this defender. This defender takes himself out of being able to help because he didn't hedge the pick at all, and then Costabile gets to start going downhill. And honestly, Costabile, even here, could have gone downhill a little bit more quickly than he did. The kicker being he just knows he has a cannon, he's on the move, and nobody shoots better on the run than Bryan Costabile, and nobody gets there. You just look at the amount of time he has to get his hands free. But you could see in a pinch, if this defender had stayed with him or had hedged a little bit better, maybe Costabile doesn't take that angle to rip rope on this one. But in the end, he is going to do exactly that. Rips rope, score. Let's watch a highlight. We'll see him selly. Got to have a little bit of a selly worked into here. We'll get this from a different angle, though. Oh, man, long selly. All right, so they're throwing the ball up to Costabile. And Costabile dodging, waiting. And you see this guy is getting set. He's not fully set yet, but he's going to be set. Costabile's going to do a good job of kind of running right off of his shoulder, so there's no room for the defender to get up underneath and to continue to run with him. So let's just watch that transpire. Boom, he's picked. Now, what I mean by hedging the pick is that defender knew that pick was coming. That defender, as he saw his buddy was about to get blasted, should have been right here. Had that defender put himself in position to kind of maybe run with Costabile even a couple more steps as this guy tried to fight through the pick, he could have then trailed Costabile further down the field and prevented him from getting his hands free. But you see already, because he didn't try to hedge it, now Costabile has 2 steps. That's about 2 paces right there. This guy has no chance of getting up, and I don't even know that it was necessarily his responsibility. If this guy was supposed to come up, then this guy would have backed him up here, and he could have come up and helped. But you can see there just wasn't enough time for them to get there and to get help. And Costabile has an absolute cannon, so you're going to see him celebrate. Boom, there's the pick. No hedge, hands free, rip. So let's just kind of come back out to the top here, and you can watch it all the way through. No hedge. Boom. And actually, let's watch that hedge. Let's watch that spot where he should have hedged. Right here, the defender knows his buddy's about to get picked. That's where you set yourself up here. You could even sneak upfield a little bit more. You're not losing your guy by stepping upfield like that. So if you see this guy as a defender, you're seeing your guy about to get picked, then he should not be standing behind the pick. He should be hedging that pick. A lot of times in the NBA and watching basketball and watching pick and roll plays in basketball, you see a lot of this where they initially will jump up, boom, I'm going to hedge that pick. I'm going to push him further upfield, and it'll either you run a switch in the end or this guy at least has enough time to get through and get back. He doesn't do that even a little bit. Goal. Don't do that, kids. Hedge the pick. But more importantly, as a player, that's what you're looking for. You're looking, hey, as I run off this pick, is that guy hedging it? What's ahead of me? You start looking upfield a little bit to try to see what your opportunity is going to be after you get off that pick. In Costabile's scenario, he could see right away, and he got into his full shooting motion. You can see as he's coming into this space here. That's him getting ready to shoot. See, he cockbacks, loads, and lets it rip with everything he has. So, look ahead. Is the defender hedging? No. Run off that pick effectively, and then, like I always say, dodge violently off of that pick, quickly, full speed, get into your shooting motion, and let that shot rip. That is it.